welcome. It's almost time for Mariana to arrive. I know Daniel has been eagerly awaiting to see his bride, so I'd like to ask you all to make your way to your seats as we await Mariana's arrival. Please be upstanding for the bride. Welcome, friends and family. We are gathered here today to celebrate the renewing and reaffirming of Daniel and Mariana's marriage. Daniel and Mariana are so pleased to have you here today, and especially honoured to have Daniel's mother Sally, his father Mark, and his sister Susie here. Daniel and Mariana feel blessed to have this opportunity to reaffirm with you by their side and supporting the commitment they made to each other just 3 months ago in Spain when they were married. As most of you know, Daniel and Mariana first met in Barcelona in 2018 when Dan was on a work trip. Little did he realise just 3 years later he would be married to the love of his life, his beautiful wife Mariana, and about to call Spain home. Dan and Mariana have asked me to share the significance of choosing Port Douglas for their vow renewal. When Dan returned home from Spain after that first work trip in 2018, he and Mariana stayed in contact and spoke several times a week. For the next 6 months, they planned Mariana's visit to Australia. Mariana stayed for 8 weeks and had the opportunity to spend time with Dan's family and friends. Dan brought Mariana here to Port Douglas, where they spent 2 weeks together, and it is here they fell in love. They would sit at the Courthouse Hotel across the road and have sunset cocktails, imagining their future together and planning how they would make their love story work from opposite sides of the world. Fortunately, they did not have to plan for too long. Shortly after Dan returned to Spain, in Barcelona, he was offered a permanent work placement in Spain. Within 2 weeks of receiving the job offer, he and Mariana had picked up where they left off in Port Douglas just a few weeks earlier. Now here we are, 3 years later. Dan and Mariana are married and living a beautiful life together in Spain, and still imagining all the joys they will share in a life together as husband and wife. I would like to invite Daniel's mother Sally up to share a poem, Unending Love by Rabindranath Tagore. It is the same poem that Mariana's mother Selena read on their wedding day. Thank you for sharing that with us, Sally. A beautiful sentiment to have you both, Selena and yourself, share the same poem, which means so much to Dan and Mariana. Dan and Mariana, I'd like to invite you to join hands. Do you, Dan, come here today to reaffirm the vows you made to Mariana on your wedding day?
I do.
Do you, Mariana, come here today to reaffirm the vows you made to Dan on your wedding day?
I do.
Dan and Mariana would now like to share their wedding vows that they exchanged on their wedding day. Dan, please repeat after me. Mariana, when I first met you,
Mariana, when I first met you,
I knew that somehow you were my forever.
I knew that somehow,
I knew that somehow you were my forever.
I knew that somehow you were my forever.
From that day forward,
From that day forward,
my heart has always been yours.
my heart has always been yours.
I promise to always love you with my whole heart,
I promise to always love you with my whole heart,
to encourage you and support your dreams,
to encourage you and support your dreams,
to stand by you when life doesn't always go as we may hope,
to stand by you when life doesn't always go as we may hope,
and to protect you from harm.
protect you from harm.
I will always love what I know of you
I will always love what I know of you
and trust what I don't yet know.
and trust what I don't yet know.
You are my one and only today and every day.
You are my one and only today and every day.
Mariana, please repeat after me. Dan, your love and trust makes me a better person each day.
Dan, your love and trust makes me a better person each day.
You are my every dream come true.
You are my every dream come true.
I feel like the luckiest woman alive to have met you.
I feel like the luckiest woman alive to have met you.
I promise to always be your honest, faithful and loving wife,
I promise to always be your honest, faithful and loving wife,
to be your guiding light in darkness,
to be your guiding light in darkness,
a warming comfort in the cold,
warm comfort in the cold,
there for you to lean on when you need me,
there for you to lean on when you need me,
to love you for who you are,
to love you for who you are,
and for who you are yet to become.
and for who you are yet to become.
You are my one and only today and every day.
You are my one and only today and every day.
On your wedding day, you exchanged rings as a symbol of your never-ending circle of love. Rings serve as a reminder of your wedding vows to each other and your commitment to live in unity, love, and happiness. I invite you now to share what reminds each of you from your rings. Dan, place this ring on Mariana's finger. Mariana, I give you this ring
Mariana, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my never-ending love for you.
as a symbol of my never-ending love for you.
Let it remind you of the commitment I have made to you.
Let it remind me. Sorry, my memory today is poor. Let's go again.
Let it remind you of the commitment I have made to you.
Let it remind you of the commitment I have made to you.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
my love for you is also endless.
my love for you is also endless.
Mariana, place this ring on Dan's finger. Dan, I give you this ring
Dan, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my never-ending love for you.
as a symbol of my never-ending love for you.
Let it remind you of the commitment I have made to you.
Let it remind you of the commitment I have made to you.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
my love for you is also endless.
my love for you is also endless. See?
May these wedding rings always remind you of the enduring love you have for one another and the promises you have made to each other. May your life together be full of love, hope, and faithfulness. May these wedding rings always be a constant symbol of the love you share for one another. Dan and Mariana will now sign a certificate commemorating the commitment they have reaffirmed here today. I'd like to come over, we'll sign the ceremonial certificate. Show you a few of these in the cards. Two of these earlier today.
Busy woman.
Busy days. Wow. That's lovely. We'll just official photography. Dan and Mariana, your future lays before you, immense and unknown. The future with all its hopes and disappointments, its joys and its sorrows, is yet to be discovered. It is a great representation of your love and trust for one another that you have chosen to discover it together as partners for life. May the pure, simple love which you share with your joined hands today never fail, but grow deeper and survive with every passing year. May you always share open and honest communication between each other. May you respect each other's individual talents and interests and give full support to each other's passions and personal pursuits. May all the years to come be filled with moments to celebrate. May your love be a lifelong source of excitement, contentment, affection, respect, and devotion to one another. Dan and Mariana, as you have reaffirmed the vows you have offered to each other on your wedding day, you may now go forth and fulfill your own vows with the same love and devotion which you shared with us today. Friends and family, we've witnessed Dan and Mariana share a very important moment in their lives here today. In the years they have been together, their love and understanding of each other have grown and matured. And now they celebrate being joined in marriage and living their lives together as husband and wife. Dan and Mariana, as you have reaffirmed the renewal of your marriage vows in the presence of those gathered here, it is my great pleasure to pronounce that you are now, even more than ever before, husband and wife. You may now celebrate with a kiss.